Welcome back to How to Keep a Man Homestyle Cooking Show. So hopefully you guys checked out the roti video. The roti video was epic. I got a lot of feedback already pertaining to how this roti recipe helps save some homes. So we'll also be doing a video on that as well. Today I'm gonna make what to cook for the man. I know what I'm going to make. I'm gonna fake here. Hold on. You see this here? So today we're gonna keep our man with a Hannah fig. Right? So I'm gonna turn this into something that can help me keep my man. So stay tuned this episode. We're gonna handle this banana properly. But you know I always start with a clean sanitized surface. So this is what I'm gonna do first. Sanitize this counter real quick. This is my workspace for the day. So the first thing that we'll be doing is kind of separating them and breaking them like a pie. So let me see. I like to do efficiency. So I try to find the most efficient way. Cut that tomato. Push. Try not to damage it. See? My head shaking already. Halfway boiled fig. So take the time, cut them off. Tip. Now this is a messy step and it's really ruining the freshly clean counter, but such is life. All not in it. Right? So what we're gonna do, we're gonna give these a quick rinse. We're gonna wash them out, drain them, and add them to a pot of boiling water. So I'll move on to that step next. So this is the banana here in the water, so we're gonna add this to the boiling water now. Right, notice the color of the bananas. We are gonna boil this for about 25 to 30 minutes until the skin has become dark brown in color. That will let us know it's completely cooked. Right, so if all you can see the contents of this bowl, me ain't look for nothing too fancy smancy to keep the man. You can keep a man with a simple ingredients here. So I have some garlic, I have a carrot, 4 tomatoes, a hot pepper because my man is Indian, so the pepper is a must. And well, an onion. So I'm going to cut that while the bananas are being boiled. So this is what we're going to chunky in the pot. And all you always know I tell you, if your food ain't chunky, then your food not cooked. This process real tedious, but I gotta cut it down. It still cuts more piece of this carrot for a while. Right? So this is how much you want here. This is an entire carrot. Right, so I'm gonna put this on one side. You know, babies don't want to be doing no sort of unnecessary dishwashing. So put that there, and I'm gonna chop up the onion and the pepper, and I'm also gonna grate the garlic. Alright, so let me get to that, and then I'll show you what I do next. On the garlic, try to grate the garlic on the smaller side. I tend to look for large cloves of garlic, so you get as much as possible. teaspoon. Right? You should never be wondering where the flavor of your garlic is. In foods like this, anything that's involving, you need it to chunky food. Now, mind you, the ingredients that you see in here could vary. I don't have stuff right now like pimentos, which is an integral part of my thing, and seasoning because my vegetable person has not dropped off my fresh produce. Right, but I want my thing straight from the farm. So I'm missing stuff like little chive and little thing to garnish it and gonna make it look all pretty and fancy. But the basic chunky is garlic, onion, very important. Also add pepper. See the dangerous thing when you're chunking pepper, fumigates the whole house. So if you're not ready to smell what this really going to smell like, please add this later in the video and not in the chunky. But as a juggler, when I'm chunking a pot, I need to sneeze. And as a douglas again, it's very important that when you add your ingredients to your pot, the pot sounds like it's upset with you. The pot must be stoop-sing. I'll put the definition of stoops for those who don't know what is a stoops. It must go something like some sort, right? But really and truly, I just want the pot to sound like it's upset with you. So I'll get back to you when I'm finished chopping up these tomatoes. Alright, so we are done with prepping our vegetables. Notice I've separated the stuff that is going to chunky because it's very important to know when each thing goes in. So the first thing that we're going to be adding when we chunky in a pot is onion, garlic, pepper. And we're going to put the carrots, then the tomato. So remember that process. What we're going to do now, we are going over to the stove to see if the bananas are ready to come off. So sorry. Oh yeah, check out the shirt. We have it. Alright guys, so this is what the bananas look like after about 30 minutes has elapsed. Notice you see them opening out for themselves. So what you want to do, you set this aside for a few minutes, have it cool down, and then you'll be able to peel them. And I'll show you when we get to that step what we're going to do. So in the meantime, while we're cooling the figs and we have them waiting, we will put the pot up with the oil because I'll now tell all about the chunky and we don't play with the chunky, so you make sure that pot is super hot. Alright guys, this is what the peeled bananas look like. A lot of us eat with our eyes first, so we want to make sure that we cut this in a way that it looks desirable. We're gonna eat it. Alright guys, as you can see, the oil is very hot. We're just gonna add the pepper, the garlic, and the onion to the pot. This is called a chunky. Let's do this. Okay. The pot needs to sound like it's upset with you, right? Right, so we leave this to cook for about 2 minutes until it starts to change color a little bit. I've also made it my business to cut the bananas into smaller shapes so we could actually work it. The objective with the chunky is to actually infuse the oil with the flavors of the stuff that you're chunking with. For example, I'm waiting for these onions to be reduced a little bit and to dry out a little more before I add the carrots, which will add moisture back into the pot. So if we add the carrots in as it is now, it will all become one soggy texture. So we need to get this step thoroughly done before we can move on to adding anything else to the pot. Come on, baby. Get it? Wait for daddy. Yeah. I'll give it a key. Alright guys, now that we have the desired color with the chunky, we're going to add the carrots to this next. I'm going to allow the same process to go through with the carrots. We're going to reduce the carrots a little more. So mixing everything really well. And then you just let that cook for about 2 minutes as well. Alright guys, now that the carrot is a little bit more reduced, the final thing our ingredients that we're going to add in is the tomatoes. As I said, knowing when to add particular ingredients to your cooking is what's going to determine how it's going to taste in the end. So this is the base for our boil and fry green bananas. So let's just let this reduce for a few minutes and then we'll be adding the banana into this. Alright, we're coming along nicely. I don't really cook with too much generic ingredients, but I will put the basic things like salt and stuff like that in my food, but not like a unnecessary seasoning. So you add your salt at this step, because this is where the flavor of the salt will be felt the most. Add the salt. And in a minute or so, I will be adding in the green bananas. So I'm going to fold the bananas in now. And I will give that a quick stir. Like so. Yardie style green fig boil and fry. Right, so notice the fig will also take up that beautiful color of the tomatoes and of the carrot. So it's our way of using natural ingredients to get the desired results that we're looking for when it comes to cooking our food. You could also add other ingredients to this method. Using the same method to get the same desired results, knowing when to put everything in. So we're going to leave this covered for about 2 minutes and we're going to turn it off.
Right. If you make it this far in the video, I expected that you would have already liked, subscribed, and as well share it, that somebody else be able to have that blast that you're having during this program so far. Don't forget to follow me on social media at DJ Anniepoo, because I am a DJ by profession, and make sure to send your roti videos, more roti videos, and your videos of your fig recipe. Send it to keepamancookingshow@gmail.com.
And this, guys, is our finished product, which is our green fig boiled and fried. Now this is a great alternative for vegetarians. You can also do the same thing and you can add saltfish into the chunky process. But if you all know me, you all know I eat a lot of vegetarian dishes, and there are interesting ways to make delicious vegetarian food. So the next time you see that you have a bunch of green fig in your yard, please don't tell me that you don't have anything to keep your man. This is proof. Enjoy the rest of the show. Let me taste this real quick. I'm gonna serve the man one time. There you go, baby.
how to keep a man on yeah. Great morning. It's your girl DJ Anniepoo, and today we're going to make some sada roti. Or we're going to make the kind of sada roti that will make you be able to keep a man. So this is keep a man sada roti. So stay tuned to see how to keep a man using a sada roti.